It's time for an update on the 1.5 gallon Pico Reef. So this has been going for a couple of months now. Just sort of a project I threw together. I had the little aquarium sitting around and, just grabbed some rubble rock and, a couple of frags out of my other tanks. Threw them in here and, to see what would happen. So like I said, it's been going for a couple of months. I think it was like February 1st I put this together. And it's been a month since the last update. Not a whole lot has changed. Haven't added really anything except what you probably see swimming around there. There is a fish in there. That is a little baby saltwater molly. And I actually had two of them in there. Which I added a few weeks back, but unfortunately one of them did not make it, which I'm a little bit sad about. Not quite sure what happened to him, but this tank probably wasn't suitable for two fish, let alone one. But they were so small, I thought they'd be fine for a little while. But for whatever reason, one of them just I don't know, just didn't make it. So this one's in there. He seems to be doing just fine. So what else to say about this? It's mostly got some softies in there. I threw a couple of SPS just to, see what would happen. We'll get a little bit closer look, but as far as the softies go, they seem like they're doing just fine. And what else can I say? The lighting is almost non-existent. Just got this little LED light that it came with, and I tried to modify that by putting some blue LEDs in it to see if that would help color things up, but that mainly can just illuminate the tank somewhat, but it doesn't really grow anything, so it was kind of pointless to even have that thing on right now, but it's there. So I put this thing, it's on the windowsill, and it just basically gets a few hours of sunlight each day. And the corals seem to be growing. And they're alive, so let me zoom in a little bit and we'll see what we got in there. So first up, there are the mushrooms, which seem to be doing extremely well in here. They were mainly green when they came out of the system, and they've kind of taken on this, brownish, reddish type, dark brown color. I guess if I put them under proper lighting, they'd probably color right back up to what they should be. But the mushrooms do just fine in here. I've got these other little clove polyps or whatever right there, also doing just fine. I did add a little pally down there, also that used to be green, it's now brown, doing just fine as well. And couple of little pieces of Montipora. I think they're still alive, but you wouldn't really know it, so definitely this is not the place for SPS corals. Green star polyps, they're growing, I think, and it's really hard to tell, but the tips might be a little bit green, but this thing used to be neon green and it's not anymore. And what else? Pulsing zinnia. It's still pulsing. Doesn't seem like it's doing as well as it used to be doing. Seems kind of thin and stringy. Used to be nice and full, but it's still alive, still pulsing. If we could see these frags here, there was a pink bird's nest and a green Possilopora, which is kind of hard to see in this lighting. They are still alive. They still do have plenty of polyp extension, but as you can see, the colors are not nearly what they should be. This one on the right is supposed to be pink. It's basically white, and the one in the middle is brown, and that should be a nice bright green. Kenya trees doing just fine back there, and that's about it. I think was some macroalgae in the back. It's still hanging in there. Doesn't really seem to be doing too great. other thing I can mention is there were, in my last video, there were little copepods and amphipods and everything running all over the place. I don't see too many of them anymore, and I think that corresponded at the time that I added my fish in there. So I'm pretty sure this little guy and his buddy, while he was still with us, took care of the amphipods and copepods, because I don't really see very many of them in here anymore, if any. So, and there was a snail and a hermit crab. They're still in there somewhere, not quite sure. So that's pretty much the update on this little 1.5 gallon Pico Reef. I don't know how much longer I'm going to let this run. This was kind of a spur of the moment little setup and experiment that I put together. And I kind of see, the direction that this is going. And to be honest, it's not too super exciting for me. I don't put a whole lot of effort into this, but any time I do spend on this is time taken away from some of my other aquariums. So it might be best to just, put this one to rest and, just return these frags and everything back to where they came from. And I can put that little fish maybe up in my frag tank and, focus on something else. But, it was a cool little project, but like I said, it's not really, doing too much for me. So I think I'll be shutting this one down soon, but just wanted to get another update out there. And who knows, maybe I will keep this going, but still haven't made the final decision. But this could be the last time you see this one. So, that's about it for today on this one. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.